Dr. C here. So we went ahead and it says to obtain 10 mils of 0.02 molar NaOH. So I went ahead, measured it out in my graduated cylinder and just put it in my beaker. Figured you didn't need to watch me do that. You've done it enough. And then we needed 10 mils of 1.6 times 10 to the negative 5 crystal violet. So we've got our crystal violet right here. Sodium hydroxide, put it in the beakers. So we're good there. Now we want to prepare a blank by filling a cuvette 3/4 full with distilled water. So I want to show you a cuvette. So a cuvette is this little guy. Sometimes they might be glass. These are plastic. And so this side is clear. And it's clear because that's the side that the light is going to shine through. So remember, we're measuring our concentration based on the color. And so light is going to shine through. There are a spectrophotometer here, but the other side is kind of a frosted color. So if you notice, I'm touching the frosted side. I'm not touching the clear side because I don't want to have any fingerprints or anything of that nature. And we got a little triangle, so it helps me know how to align it on my instrument here. So to prepare a blank, I want to make sure this is clean, and I'm going to, so we want to wipe it clean, make sure it's dry. And then I already kind of talked about how to handle it, and we're going to get rid of any water, any bubbles, and I'm going to position it in there, okay? So I have distilled water in my bottle. Just kind of turn it a little bit. I'm just going to put some distilled water in here. So the reason we want a blank is because light is going to be going through water. So we want to be able to compare how the light's going through just the plain water versus the colored water. If it was empty, then light's not passing through the surface of the water at all. And so we want to be able to compare it in kind of like the same phases. Light's going through water, light's going through colored water, not colored water, is why we make a blank. And it also calibrates our equipment. Got a little chem wipe. It's like a chemistry tissue is how you could think about it. Wipe all the sides off in case Dr. Burks came over here and was messing with my cuvettes and got fingerprints on it. Just a way. Tap it, no air bubbles, so we're good to go. My arrow is here. My arrow is here. So I want to line it up. So I kind of hold it funky, so let me fix it. You kind of just push it down, so now it's in place. So next thing is to set up my LabQuest and my spectrophotometer. So I've got it already connected with my USB cables. It's all attached here, USB cable to that. And we want to calibrate the spectrophotometer. So I inserted the blank. Tap the red rectangle and choose calibrate. So let me see. It should have like a little pencil. See if I can find the pencil. Oh, this one's missing a pencil. It's okay. We'll use my big finger. All right, so we want to press so I tap the red rectangle. I'm going to tap calibrate. Okay. Insert the blank cuvette you prepared in the previous section. Okay, so we're going to wait. It says, it already said taking dark sample, then waiting 90 seconds for the lamp to warm. And after 90 seconds, the message will change to warm up complete. So now you get to wait 90 seconds. I hope you liked all of our previous videos on our music and our jokes. Been getting a lot of positive comments. Next week's video, Dr. Zach will be here. So this is the last of Dr. Burks' videos with us. So you can send him some, sad sympathy cards as he cries about he doesn't get to record lab anymore. But Dr. Zach's excited to come. So you'll get to meet Dr. Zach if you haven't met her yet. Got 38 more seconds. So right now, it's literally just shining light through my sample and getting a baseline reading of how much light goes through a clear water sample. And we use distilled water versus like Natchitoches tap water because we don't want it to have anything in it. If you saw in the previous labs, our tap water has little, particles that float around. So not necessarily always the purest. All right, almost done. All right, so then it says select finish calibration. I clicked that. It's thinking. Okay, and then I'm gonna press OK. All right, done. Select finish calibration. Calibration complete appears OK. On the meter screen, tap mode. So on the meter screen, we're gonna tap mode. Okay. And change the mode to time-based. Look at that, following directions. And change the interval to, what does it say? 30 seconds. All right, and then the duration to 900 seconds. You can figure out how long that is and select OK. All right, so now we've got duration and all of that there. Now we want to tap, it says the red rectangle, and choose the change the wavelength. And we want to change the wavelength to 565 nanometers and select OK. Now you can try to figure out why you think we did this, why we want that wavelength versus a different wavelength. I'll let you think about that. All right, so now we have everything set up. So now we're down here into step 7. So you could have like looked at it while I was doing it. So right now I have my sodium hydroxide and my crystal violet separate, so it's not reacting, because the minute I mix them together, they're going to react. So to initiate the reaction, I'm gonna pour the two solutions together, the crystal violet and sodium hydroxide, and I'm gonna swirl it, and I'm gonna let it sit for 1 minute. I don't wanna go too past 1 minute, but I want it to get enough time for the reaction to kind of keep going, okay? So, I'm gonna grab a stopwatch real quick. Here's my stopwatch, so I'm ready. Got my two. Turn them around. And go. All right, so I'm waiting my minute. Gonna get another cuvette, start getting it ready. I'll take my other cuvette out, my blank, so that I can be ready to go. So it says after 1 minute has passed, I'm gonna rinse a clean cuvette full by filling it 3/4 full with my reaction mixture. I'll pour that into the sink. I'm gonna do it again, but I'm not gonna take this time. I'll put it into the spectrophotometer, and I'm gonna tap on the graph button, and I'm gonna press go. So I got a little bit of time before I have to get it going. It says to rinse it with my stuff twice. All right, it's been 60 seconds. So now I'm gonna come over here to the sink, and I'm gonna pour it in very carefully. Okay, it's in there, dump. It's one. That's two. Nice, pretty purple stuff. All right, I got it 3/4. Wanna come over here. Wanna make sure it's nice and cleaned off. I'm gonna turn it so that I can stick it into my spectrophotometer. All right, and then it says to tap on the green, on the graph tab. Graph tab. In the bottom left corner of the screen, tap the green arrow. And the green arrow should be replaced by a red square. Check. And data points will be obtained every 30 seconds for 90 seconds. So right now I don't have to press anything. My data points are gonna show up. So we're gonna wait 30 seconds to make sure it worked. And then we'll stop the video. But then at the end, we're gonna make a, we'll come back with another video that will just have a data table for you to fill in. So I'm not gonna make you sit here and wait the whole 900 seconds for all of the, so you should see, got my first data point. So it's been 30 seconds, we have a data point, okay? So after the 900 seconds, we'll come back with another video with all of your data points. All right.